I am back to it. We are going to be playing The King is Watching today. Today's goal, we're going to try to beat the game without water. Previously, we were able to beat the game using only water, and now we're going to make things a little more difficult with no water. Different from the last one, we're not even going to be taking any water as a resource at all. So, no usage at all, and we'll get right into it. I did find that with these runs, this start here, this first item starter pack we get, really determines the make or break for the entire run. This is our only way to get troops prior to post the first shop, because we won't be able to get water, wood, or wheat off the bat. So for these runs, if I don't take troops at the start and can get through the next 4 waves, it's essentially, it ends there. So this first battle, the wine's gonna do a lot of heavy lifting. I'm not super confident with melee troops. I found generally that these starts are a little better off if I can get archers. Also, given the nature of these runs, generally when it comes time to pick my next battles, I way overdo it, because if I can't get some resource down, we're not producing anything. The whole intention of the game to produce on the left side of the map, we can't do any of that until we get some resource. So I've been taking bigger battles here. Worst case scenario, we restart, but at least we're getting that out of the way early rather than, running through the whole thing. So that's kind of the why behind stacking these enemies as opposed to just taking the easy fights. So that's going to end the first attempt. Really, once my starting troops are gone, there's not much I can salvage because there's just no way to get any troops. So we'll run it back. We'll see how many attempts this takes. I'll try to skip some of the more boring parts. These choices are a little trickier. Now, as I previously stated, without troops, we just can't go anywhere. So I do have to pick the troops. Archers are great. The only thing is the clay, not huge for us. Really, wheat and wood are going to be the main holdups because we cannot produce wheat and wood, even in the bigger farms, unless we have water. So a little bit of the decision-making process there. Early on, these risk decisions for the artifacts and such, I've been inclined to take them for the sake of, restarting early is better than getting into this for 40 minutes and then having to restart. So really, I think it's in my best interest to just try and maximize our early growth. The shops are crucial for these runs. We have, as you can see, an absurd amount of denarii, which by choosing our advisor properly, we get more starting buildings that we can't actually use, and we can just sell them. So 270 denarii for that first shop, that's really big. So really it's going to come down to what we can pick up that'll get us long-term sustainability. Those mixed buildings, they often take resources that aren't water to build, so those are always good. Any artifact I can get that allows me to produce resource, specifically wood or wheat, that's going to be good. Picking up those resources will be good. There's just a plethora of availability in this shop. We're actually just going to grab essentially everything we can pick up here. These spells are going to be big for us. We can get some crystals, do some damage. These random events are going to get us over the threshold of having enough resource to build those mixed buildings. The last fight left us with just a very low health archer. So I did go for the madmen. We did not have enough wheat to produce enough for this battle. This next attempt was a very quick attempt as I forgot the importance of having troops to start with, and I got resource greedy. This run we did not have quite as much denarii, so I was a little more careful with my choices here. But we did want to make sure we had a way to get some wood, we needed some structures to start making resource. This run was looking very promising, and it did drag on for a very long time, so I will cut that short, but we'll get to the final fight, we'll see how we did. By this point, our growth was quite substantial, and we had a range of troops out there on the field, so it was looking really good. Our resources were stretched very thin by this point, and I saw just how expensive the healing mages were. So I went and moved that out of the cycle, just in case we needed more troops. We could prioritize those frontline troops, and the mages left on the field would continue to heal our guys. By the halfway point, things were looking pretty good. Our guys were sustaining fairly well. We did lose quite a bit of them, but these bear druids were affordable, and we would be able to keep training them so long as the fight continued. We just had to make sure that we got him low enough by that point. By the final stretch, it was just the bear druid left, and things were looking pretty grim because we only could have one of those guys on the field at a time. Our wall was in rough shape. We were not able to pull through despite the brick factory working overtime, but that's all right. We'll keep giving it a try and see what comes of it. We began to accrue losses at a very quick rate after the attempt against the boss. This run, I didn't even get to choose troops to start with, so we had to restart. This run was shaping up exceptionally quickly. By the time we got to the shop, we had 305 denarii and a lot of options that would be very beneficial. By this point in the run, we were able to get a couple of the peasant huts, which made the run go very smoothly. The next few fights were super simple. We started to make progress with these militia men. Getting these upgrades ended up, in my opinion, being crucial to the run. I did end up picking up a unicorn field in the next shop. This was a major upset in the run. The crystals are super easy to get. We don't need a whole lot of water or any funny business resource to make these guys. I had not used the unicorns before, so I wasn't quite sure how strong they'd be, but they ended up being very effective. We certainly did not do great against this first boss, and I did actually think we were going to lose here, but the militiamen did pull through due to their upgrades. We did get a medal here, which would mean more health for our already tanky guys, so this was looking very promising. We also picked up some lightning mages, which would be great for crowd control. The final shop did have enough crystals for me to actually get the unicorn field down, and then I would finally be able to see just how strong they were. By the time I actually got to the boss, I was quite nervous. I have never beaten the Maw even in the base game, so this would be kind of a newer challenge for me. I also knew that it summoned many enemies, so crowd control would be really crucial here. I actually generally prefer the dragon just because it's a little more single targeted. I also started to remember that my barracks were actually quite full. I was able to summon a total of 42 troops at a time, and only 12 could be on the field. So I was able to replenish my men rather quickly as they were being defeated. And there you have it. We were able to win with no water in The King is Watching. I had a lot of fun with this. It took many attempts, and you may notice in the corner there, I do have 10 water, but we didn't end up using it. It was given to us when we selected 10 of all resources at some point in the video, but we didn't use a drop of water throughout the entire game. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas for other challenges I should try. I am really enjoying this game, so I will probably keep making these videos for a bit.